All right, here we go. Start up our Xfinity timer now. How that treats us. Shooter on the return. There he goes. Callie Dreamin, welcome into chat. Hope you're doing well, Callie. Cliff, welcome in. Lady Rage, hey, thanks for resubscribing. You ready for Halloween, Lady Rage? We will get you on the subscriber wall. Bit of pack. We'll do it all at halftime. You're ready? Yeah, I think I'm ready. I'm kind of looking forward to it tomorrow. But thanks for being here. Yeah, good morning. How's your day been? I guess I'm looking forward to getting sacked here too. Because the play was over before I knew what was going on. Jameer, welcome in. Yeah, don't yell, freak. My older of the two girls pretends she has a YouTube channel and she has millions of subscribers. So she'll completely understand what's going on there. Double M, how's it going, Double M? Welcome into our stream. Yeah, this guy's defense is crazy. At least feels crazy to me here to start. Take a couple days off and then I just stink it up. Get this punt away here in a moment. Yeah, exactly. If you like this dinner, just like and subscribe. Okay, had some good moves with the shapeshifter. Alright, shout out to Lady Rage Gaming and to Josh. Check out seriousfun.org. We provide children living with serious illnesses a spectacular camp experience in a high-quality medical care environment. It's all safe and secure, so they're all set. Guy made a good throw there with Newton, and he'll get Gibbs in the open field. Will double down. How's everybody doing there on TikTok side? This guy's going no huddle. He likes the defense that I'm in, apparently. Toby, welcome in. So I just got this Adams. Hopefully he plays well for me. I could definitely use somebody helping me on the defensive side. Of course, yeah. Thanks for being there, buddy. Blue Jays or Dodgers? I mean, I picked the Dodgers the whole season, so I'd be a hypocrite to just switch it now. But it looks like Toronto's going to win. I'm kind of happy to see the Dodgers go down if that does happen. Although I have some cool Dodger fans that come in, so I don't mean it towards those guys. I mean, what's their payroll? $400 million or some crazy deal. Oh, wow. Let's see. We watched the movie The Weapons. Have you guys seen it? No. Is Weapons pretty good? Robert, Jeffrey, Jay Collin, welcome in, guys. He's got the one-on-one matchup, and boy, I got torched for the touchdown. Thought I might get him off the field there, the way the defense had gone for a minute. This guy wants to go for the conversion. And I tried to go around through the gap, but he bounced it outside. Pretty good. Last 5 minutes are bonkers, completely unexpected. I was talking to a guy the other day that said he's young and he works in auto sales, and I used to work in auto sales. And there's a movie called Suckers, and it stars Lori Loughlin, the lady that played Aunt Becky on Full House. And that movie is kind of that way too. Like, it's sort of in reality, and then it feels like it really jumps a shark as the movie progresses right towards the end. Hey, what's happening, Zeke? How's your day going? Not saying that it's that comparable, but, you know, just one off the top of my head, because I was recently talking about it, it's like, wow, the thing was kind of cruising along. It was all understandable, and then, yeah, just all kinds of weird stuff's happening. I don't want to spoil it for anybody that may want to go and look it up, but it's a fun movie if you work in sales, particularly auto sales, just to check it out. Isaiah Preston, thanks for following, Isaiah. Everybody that follows, that timer over my shoulder over here goes up, and we get, yeah, we get the lights flash and all that good stuff. I wasn't on last 2 days. We had school, and then we had a field trip. We went to a milk bottling facility, which was also a dairy, yesterday. So the kids had a pretty good time. It was my son's third grade field trip, but they let siblings attend, so his sisters got to go. And yeah, I think we all had fun tasting milk and, you know, smelling the aroma of the dairy cows and all that. The Village, it all turns out they're all just hidden away in modern time. I don't think I've seen The Village. I really have a ton of gaps in my recent movie watching history. Like stuff that most people would have seen if they like movies I haven't seen for the last decade, roughly. Seen most of the kids, you know, animated things, but that's about it. Windsor's in the house. How are you, Windsor? M. Night Shyamalan, hate it or love it. He's still one of the top guys, right? Or at least he's still cranking out movies, yeah? This weekend I have another college football game to stream for everybody that likes those college streams. And that'll probably be exclusively on the Red platform. I know it's New Mexico. I forget who they're playing. Let me see. Try and navigate to that schedule thing that we have. Let me run this play and then I'll tell you guys. I will be streaming on Saturday, New Mexico at UNLV, and then in 2 weekends I'll have Colorado State at New Mexico. Hey, Boski Bo, Windsor, how are you, fellas? Hate some of his movies. Really liked Vivitch and Village. First game after not playing for a couple days, so I'm a little bit there. Yeah, I stream it. I usually don't stream it to TikTok. TikTok can be so weird. I made a video yesterday for this company. It's on my chest. I'm not sure if you guys can see it. You know, my fantasy sponsor, and they immediately flagged it, and then they wouldn't overturn it. Sometimes they'll flag my stuff, and then they'll overturn it. But I wasn't saying anything that should have been controversial. Just their AI moderation can be so crazy from time to time. That's why I don't stream the college football, because I got a feeling somebody along the way will probably report it, and then I'll get my hand slapped, even though we have the rights to those games. And when I say we, I mean Creator Sports Network has the rights, and I work with Creator Sports Network. Yeah, it's so weird. Yeah, it 100% is Windsor. Go Lobos, kind of funny. That's the stream team. Yeah, we've had a lot of Lobos. I don't know why that's worked out that way. Because it's a deal with the Mountain West that they have, but it seems like the Lobos channel is really consistent with their own production and stuff, and those are usually the games that we've had to play. Well, I thought I was going to get that one dumped off, but it didn't work out. Hopefully we can get a stop here. Windsor, thanks for the heart me. Of course, we appreciate all the support. And I thought I had Moss stopped with Hamilton. This is the first game of my run. If it gets out of hand here further, we may just toss this one back, since we're getting used to everything. Cannot be shared without explicit written consent. Yeah, exactly. We have the explicit consent to do those. But Purple Chat, you know, people have known me for 7, 8, 9 years, depending how long they followed or less. But some folks have been around so long, and then if I stream there and I'm not on camera answering questions, talking to people, I feel like that's almost kind of a negative. I did stream it the other day to the Purple side as like simulcast, but I pretty much just try to set it up for the TV viewers, because a lot of folks are just watching for the game and then they're streaming it to their televisions. When I look at my analytics after those college games do really well. Windsor, he's preying on the Dodgers' downfall, and it's working, says Windsor. And I let that receiver go, and I thought we had zone coverage out to the side. We didn't. See edits, we're playing Madden 26. I'm playing against somebody that's kicking my butt at the moment. Yeah, exactly. I think they think I'm just doing a pirate, like, you know. I see a ton of that too, where people are showing the World Series games, and, you know, they're showing NFL games and stuff. That's not what I'm doing. I actually have the rights to it. Overall, I think we're 88 right now, Curb. Let me take this drive, see if we can make it interesting. He's got the ball coming out next drive. Solo and Tight Spot, how are you? Solo, I just got this hat. I really want to wear it. What do you want me to do with the hat? Underdog just sent me a little sponsorship bundle. AJ the best. How are you, AJ? So yeah, I usually just avoid sending the live content over there. Kind of sneaks because hitting start stream and you can send it to 3, 4 platforms versus just one. Why not send it everywhere and just see how it does? But yeah, you don't want to run into trouble with them. Yeah, the college games. This one will be at noon my time on the West Coast. And I usually have a pre-stream setup deal, the scheduled stream, if you guys want to like turn on notifications for those games. But yeah, tight spot solo fill. How are you guys? Welcome back to chat. AJ the best just followed. AJ, welcome aboard. Who's your favorite football team, AJ? This Thursday night game looks terrible, doesn't it? We got the Ravens that are sitting there at 2-6, and we have the Dolphins that are 2-6. I at least think the Ravens may have some decent football in them. They've been, without Lamar. The Dolphins just look terrible. I'm surprised McDaniel still has his job in Miami. The more games, the merrier for Windsor. Even if you do nothing wrong, they strike you. You end up fighting with 50 people about proving you're allowed. The issue with TikTok too is like there's an appeal system, but I think that's handled by AI a lot too. I don't even know if that gets to a real person. You can't type anything in the notes. Like yesterday, I uploaded my video for this company, right? And I wasn't saying anything controversial. I have other videos like that up there that are sponsored videos, and yeah, that one got taken down. It's just like you guys make it harder for people to grow there than you need to. Found me. What's happening? Found me. Emmett, welcome in. Thanks, guys. Go Blue Jays. Hey, we agree on that one. I know you were on the Seattle support there for a minute. I didn't want to see the Mariners have too much success. I'm hoping it gets better when it goes to Oracle and what's his name? Larry Ellison gets a hold of him, but I'm not too optimistic on Ellison either. He was going to buy the Golden State Warriors years ago, and that's when they switched hands to what's his face? Joe Lacob. We had bad ownership for years and years and years, and then Lacob was able to buy him. Ellison came in about $5 million short or something, which was odd. Because Ellison at that time was one of the richest people in the world. I owe Lady Rage a pack opening. Let's open this pack. And let's get Lady Rage on the subscriber wall. We got to get that subscriber count going north again one of these days. I haven't been streaming enough for you guys. I'm still in the courtyard. Let's try to run through the courtyard and have some success. The higher the division in this King of the Undercity thing, the better the candy rewards are. Bulls are 4-0. Oh, I didn't know that. Alex Highsmith is first in the pack. Our rising star rookie is Loveland Polk from the Patriots. I don't know anything about Loveland Polk. And then last in the pack is going to be Michael Pittman Jr. All right, so we got some packs opening every time somebody subscribes. We can do that for anybody subscribing on any platform. As this one loads, let me get Lady Rage on the sub wall. Thanks, Lady Rage, for all your support to the stream. I know I'm looking quite rotund these days, but I've been starting to use the elliptical, so the Donnie Slim Down is coming. Let's see. You like Alex Highsmith for a real tight spot. All right, we need to win some games. Let's see. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. Kayam. Thanks for following, for being active there in the red platform. Here's the question of the day for those of you that like questions of the day. What do you prefer, The Simpsons or Family Guy? That's the question of the day. Simpsons versus Family Guy. All right, we got a shapeshifter touchdown. This is a much better start to this game. Dude, I don't like this field. I'll be happy when the event's over for the field, although the candy rewards are probably worth playing it, especially on the higher divisions. If you can string together wins, you get a lot of stuff for your ultimate team. Windsor, he likes The Simpsons more. I definitely watched Family Guy more as an adult between the two. I don't know if I've watched Simpsons more throughout my life, though. I can see a good argument being made for either one on Family Guy versus Simpsons. Oh, Lennon's in the house. What's up, buddy? Welcome back to chat. All right, every follower, you guys extend how long we stream, particularly on TikTok side. We are multi-streaming, so come on in, follow, share, and like. Let's see. Josh says Simpsons. He grew up watching it. Never got into Family Guy when it came out. I definitely didn't get into Family Guy the first time around. You know, because it was canceled there in the early 2000s and it got revived. And then I started watching it in syndication sometimes, and then started watching some episodes. I probably haven't watched Family Guy for 8, 9, 10 years now. Used to love the Halloween episodes for Windsor. I did show my kids one of the Halloween ones for The Simpsons right before Disney Plus ran out. You enjoy them? You think they're funny? Simpsons is on Fortnite next season. Got to get on it. Man, I haven't been on Fortnite in a minute. You guys got Lamar at quarterback. When he stays with the run game, it was certain kind of long. I thought he was going to throw for sure. He's going no huddle here. Yeah, I got a bunch of man coverage shifts. We try to take the middle there with Nuwusu. Yeah, that worked out pretty well. I didn't think the running back would run such a nice dig route there. I did put him on man coverage, so I thought we were going to be all right. And Witherspoon is getting torched out there. I'm not sure how Witherspoon is playing at the primary defensive back position. It may be because of my slot settings. I think Sherman is going into the slot, and that's not working out well, so I'm going to have to switch that post-game. It might, yeah, you might be right, Alec. They got 2 chances to close it out for Toronto. You know, if they drop Game 6, it's going to be terrible. Did I watch Game 5? No. The last game I really watched closely was Game 3. Been pretty busy in real life and didn't get to settle in for the other games last 2 nights. You know, looked at some highlights, kept an eye on the score, but I didn't like sit down and watch them. That 18-inning game was something to behold. I thought when the Dodgers won that one, that was probably a wrap for Toronto, but Toronto bounced back with 2 wins. They got home field and 2 chances to get it done. Of course, they don't want it to go to Game 7 because, you know, Game 7, Dodgers have the experience advantage at least. Got a nice run from Devontae Adams. Savage, 12 strikeouts. He's been clutch for him. He's been huge. Probably their best pitcher throughout this postseason run. Who do you guys think would be World Series MVP at the moment? Is it Vlad Jr.? Because I know he's had a few home runs throughout the World Series. Boy, Blake Snell's been stinking it up. Wonder if there truly is a statistical correlation to wins and playing at home. Oh, yeah, that would be interesting. I'm sure there's probably the data like on Baseball Reference or somewhere where you could pull all that and see how much home field advantage actually plays a factor. And then you should have, you know, there's a little bit of a bias probably in the data because you should have the slightly better team getting more home games too. That's why they got the home field advantage in the first place, because they should have had the better record right throughout. Let's see. Hopefully Seattle wins over the Commanders. Yeah, I hope so too. Friend that just started following with the CD Lamb profile picture. How are you, friend? I don't know what to call you because you don't have a display name. And I know sometimes it's just like league-based too. You know, with like the American League gets to host this year because of the All-Star game. So there's probably some flaws in that data as well. But yeah, I would assume having home field is at least a small factor, right? Let's see. Won't be a starter. He kind of got lit up first game of the series. Longtime Packers fan, so back this year. Correct. But that would still be in the all-time data, though, right? Is when they had, like, the All-Star game factoring. So, Cam, how are you, friend? Welcome back to chat. How's Cam doing? I mean, I don't think it was a large amount of years that they did it either, but, you know, that could throw a little wrinkle in. Johan Blom, thank you for $99 cheer. And it says ZAR, so I don't know what ZAR is as far as the part of the cheer there. But that's very kind of you, friend. Got a super chat coming in on the red platform. If you guys are watching on the red, please give them a thumbs up and a heart. Thanks so much, buddy. You didn't even chat with me. Then you dropped the big gift there. I think Itani could have given MVP. Boy, they haven't done MVP on the losing team in quite a while from what I can remember. Yeah, that was super kind, bud. How's your day going? Now we've hit our goal to get a super chat. I know sometimes when that comes up in sports discussion, they bring up the old Jerry West being the finals MVP when he was with the Lakers. I have my moments in the game, but, you know, this guy scored on me pretty easily, so we'll see. Didi, sir, how many games his team wins? What percentage of them are at home? What was the expected score? Hard problem to correlate. Yeah, for sure. It's going good. Do I think he is the best player in baseball? Sure, Shohei's probably the best player. Like, give me a good argument for somebody besides Shohei. I don't know who's better year in and year out, but for World Series MVP, I don't know that he's going to get it on a losing team if they, in fact, do lose the next game or two. Hey, Johan, thanks so much for all your support. Appreciate the super chat and getting to talk to you for a while. Hopefully we see you again on next live stream. Yeah, I should have used her that much better than I did. Nobody's giving you hitless baseball and providing himself 3 runs of support. Yeah, nobody else is doing that. Shohei is to baseball. What they're telling us Travis Hunter would be to football. Yes, people were giving me that comparison last year, that Hunter was going to be the Shohei of the NFL. Maybe. But he sure isn't there yet. He might get there, but I don't think anybody's saying, wow, Travis Hunter is just unfair for Jacksonville to have him currently. Go Hawks. Hey, what's happening, Lowe's? If you're a Seahawks fan, we'd love you to follow, share, and like. Love having the Seahawks fans around. Jays have actually destroyed the Dodgers pitchers. Blake Snell's had a couple of terrible games, man. Blake Snell was tearing everybody up there for a minute. Throughout the National League stuff. Maybe the lights got a little too bright for Blake. I don't know how I held on to it, but nice catch. It's been pretty obvious, at least this year, that he's decent at both, which is worse than great at one, especially at that draft spot. Greg Dugan, what's up, Greg? Thank you for the heart me. Are you ready for Halloween, Greg? Is everybody ready for Halloween? Tomorrow I got to get on and do some testing for CSN. I'll probably stream post-testing, but I don't want to promise and under-deliver. My plan is to stream post-testing, and then, of course, be trick-or-treating throughout the night. I won't go up and ask for candy for myself, but I'll make sure the kids do. Probably going to be working for Greg. Yeah, I'll be trying to avoid getting bit by too many mosquitoes, hopefully. That's a terrible throw. Pep was open behind, but on the move was a bad throw. Yamamoto pitching will force a Game 7, says Alec. The Nightmare Before Christmas, Halloween movie or Christmas movie. That movie, I never watched it till last year, I think it was. I don't know. I guess if you grew up with it, you might love it or something. That movie to me kind of felt like a fever dream or whatever. I don't know where I would rank it as far as Christmas or Halloween. But I would think more of a Christmas movie. Let's see, Noah Edits is in the chat. How are you, Noah? Truthfully, you think it goes 7 and the Dodgers win, says Cam. Backs are against the wall for sure for you guys right now. Let's see, Alec loves horror movies. He really likes Weapons. Yeah, Josh was just talking about Weapons. Did you think the end of Weapons was kind of jumping the shark? Without spoiling it, Alec. I didn't watch it, but Josh was telling me it has kind of like last 5 minutes or maybe not what you're expecting or not along with the plot of the rest of the film. Push down on the right stick so those guys would pursue him, but they didn't do it. Hope Weapons has a prequel, says it's Willin. I should watch it so we can sit here and talk about it next stream. Is it still in theaters, or is that one where we can stream it somewhere? Like on the high seas. It's getting a prequel, no spoilers though, hasn't watched it. Yes, please no spoilers. I don't want to spoil it for anybody else. I just actually, no wait a minute, I don't have HBO. I don't know. I just turned something on. It was a free preview. Maybe it was HBO now. I can't remember if it was HBO or Cinemax, but maybe it was HBO. So maybe I can check it out. Let's see. Josh says, Nightmare Before Christmas is a Christmas movie, but Gremlins may be his favorite Christmas movie. He can send me the free legal link. Oh, we like that. Yeah, one, two, three movies. HBO Max has it. Scream is great. Are we talking about the old school Scream from the 90s? Because I remember that one. The original. Okay. I didn't know if they had restarted the, the franchise or whatever you want to call it. Seems like a lot of the films and shows that are coming out are some type of a reboot of something else that's been out for a long time. Hey, Willin, thanks for following. We want everybody to jump in on the follow. We'll do a longer stream the more followers that we accumulate. Like the Scream movies growing up, now you see them as possibly parody horror. You wonder if they're trying to make jokes or if it's unintentional. Scream 7 comes out February 26, 2026. Really? I thought the franchise had long been dead. Big E 2469. Thanks for following, Big. How's your day going? When does Burrow drop? Oh, that's a good question. I think it's usually at 10 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. So I think we're like an hour and 20 minutes away. I could be wrong, though. I usually am never around when the Madden Ultimate Team stuff pushes out there. Yeah, that Burrow should be pretty nice. My favorite horror movie is probably The Babadook, Alexander. Felt like it was just kind of creepy, and I thought about it for quite a while after I watched it. Ghostface was your Halloween costume for 3 years in a row for Josh, right after Red Ranger phased out. Yeah, we need this for a one-play score. Hopefully he can outrace his defender. And he will. Alright, so Metcalf gets us back in the game. Yeah, it's kind of losing connection there. Yeah, just streak route. He got his usering a little behind as he clicked on there, and thankfully it all worked out for me for a change. Taking a long time to be able to run our point after try. There it goes. Those of you that play MLB The Show, are you excited for the finest stuff that's coming to the game or no? Somebody posted the Nick Kurtz card that's coming, and yeah, I haven't really touched the game for a month. I'll need to go in and redeem my finest vouchers, but I don't think I'll get much use out of those guys.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
It kicks away. Does anybody in chat celebrate Dia los Muertos? Sorry, I didn't really pronounce that too well. The Day of the Dead, right? On November 1st. I didn't realize it was so close to Halloween. I'm not sure if that's the same date every year for Dia Los Muertos or not. I saw in my hometown they're having some celebration get-together thing. I thought it might be fun to go to. Tristan, welcome aboard. How are you, Tristan? Of course, Halloween falls on Friday, and Day of the Dead would be falling on Saturday this year. So it could be like a lot more participation. But Lamar Jackson is annoying to defend against. Yeah, Witherspoon is getting destroyed. I'm gonna have to go get Witherspoon out of there. Because he's subbing in. It's always November 1st and 2nd. Opponent's got the ball next half here too. Don't like to concede too many games, but I moved Sherman to being the slot substitute, and that's screwing everything up because he's getting cooked out there on the edge. Like an 86 or whatever he is against 90s. Let's see, Jordan, welcome in. Terrifier, those movies are insane, says Alex. Haven't seen those either. Jordan, who's your favorite NFL team? Right, let's see if we can get another one-play touchdown. If not, we're going to be down 11 and on defense on the next half. Oh, why didn't he get to scoop and try to score there? That would have been funny to try to rumble in with the offensive lineman. So it's a very different, happy, and honoring dead family members and friends. Let me try an onside and just get on with the result here.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Yeah, he's got it with Evans. We blasted Evans too, but didn't work out. Jordan's a Bills fan. Okay, so I'm going to play cornerback matchup by overall. But still, somehow Sherman's subbing into the slot. At least he was. Now we got Witherspoon in the slot. He's not so bad there. Alex is a fan of the John Wick movies. Yeah, my defense is Swiss cheese right now. Alex also a fan of Dexter. Yeah, can't say I'm familiar with any of it, to be honest with you, Alex. Old Boomer Donnie out of the loop here. Let's talk about the Andy Griffith Show, Alex. Let's talk about Green Acres. Nah, I'm just kidding. We can talk about the modern stuff. I just haven't got to watch it, so I can't relate necessarily. You like those? Right on. Yeah, I grew up watching a lot of the older stuff in syndication. Little House on the Prairie. Let's see. You're a Dallas fan and you're not happy with the season. Why would you be, TikToker? You have every right to be dissatisfied. Dexter came out in 06. Alright, that one should be more in my wheelhouse, but yeah, I haven't watched Dexter. Alright, this is bad. Another concession game. Let me try to fix the defense real fast. Because getting too many of those plays were just getting destroyed. I picked up the Jamal Adams to try to help. Maybe I should have got the Reek Witherspoon instead. Because it definitely feels like cornerback's more of an issue than safety at the moment. Yeah, I'm going to have to take Sherman away from being the sub slot. Alright, a little bit of candy, but not enough. Who do I have for the playoffs? I don't know, man. It's kind of early. Seems like the NFL has a lot of teams that are in that 5-2, 6-2, whatever record, but it's hard to know who's the real contender from the pretenders currently, because everybody seemingly has been a bit inconsistent at times. I'm guessing it's going to be one of those years of whoever's really in good form going into the playoffs is going to get it done. Let's see. Patriots could go far this year, says Alex. New follower is TikToker. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Hopefully that won't mess up the defense too much. I'm going to use the safeties as the sub slots because I have a lot, sort of an abundance of safeties that are decent, but not so many good defensive backs. Hopefully that keeps Sherman out on the edge and Davis so they don't get cooked up the sidelines. It says I have a pack. I don't know what my pack is. Weekly spotlight tokens. We love a token pack. Alright, there's the tokens. Alright, so there's a timer. Should be running down over my shoulder. Everybody that follows like TikToker did extends the timer, so you guys know what to do. Follow, share, and like. We got 47 minutes left. Hopefully we can rip off 3 or 4 wins here for the stream. Gets a pin put in it, and then over the weekend I'll be live quite a bit. Hate when we missed a couple days, but yeah, it was for a good reason. Got to go check out the cows yesterday. Those of you that are moderators, I uploaded a couple of pictures in the Discord server of my son at that dairy. All right, Seahawks Cardinals, Battle of the Birds.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Yeah, hopefully, Alex. Yeah, we need to win a little bit. Games haven't been particularly interesting for you guys to pay attention to.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own.
So for those that will watch Monday Night Football, who do you think wins, Ravens or Dolphins? I guess Lamar Jackson's supposed to play, so I think the Ravens probably won. Alex thinks the Dolphins will win. Ratbirds unfortunately says Josh.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
Yeah, I think the Dolphins are just terrible.
Seahawks.
Yeah, I thought he was supposed to play. He was questionable
4-yard line.
last week and then ended up being a late scratch. I know they're under some league investigation for doing something wrong with their player statuses as far as the Ravens are concerned, but I thought he was supposed to play today. I better check my fantasy lineup because they have him and Jones, and Lamar being out so much is definitely hurt in that particular league.
The 38-yard line.
Oh, I thought we were going to be running for a while there, but nice disengaged tackle. We only got 2.
On the tackle. 2 yards on
I do need this win, exactly.
2nd and 8.
Thoughts on the Colts this season? Colts, to me, are a big surprise. I didn't think the Colts were going to be much of a team. I thought Daniel Jones might be decent for him. I do think the Giants' head coaching and general manager are both pretty bad, and they need to clean house. So, you know, seeing that he went over there as a free agent, I thought, well, maybe he'll have a little bit of a resurgence with some competent players. But yeah, I mean, I thought they might be 500 or something like that. They're 7-1. I think they have the best record, right, for Indianapolis, if I recall correctly. All right, we get the touchdown romp with the shapeshifter here on the most feared field.
Jason Sanders for the extra point.
Good start. Now can we defend a little bit?
Makes the score Seahawks 7.
Definitely feels this year's more balanced to the offense than the defense in Madden.
Sanders set to
At least the Ultimate Team. I'm not sure how franchise or regs or any of that stuff plays. I think the Jaguars are legit this year. I think they're legitimately a middle of the pack team. Aren't they like 4-4 or something, Alex? They look pretty bad against Seattle, and I don't think Seattle's great by any means. Mr. Harvey, how are you, Mr. Harvey? They started great. Let's see. You hope they do terrible because you have their first round pick, says Josh. Oh, yes. You got to be a Jacksonville hater. I don't think I realized you guys had their first rounder. Let's see. Tampa is live. What do you mean, Mr. Harvey? You talking about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, no. My U-string was bad. I thought I was just going to go right through the hole and get him. I'm playing some Rust football here today. Who wins the bowl if you had to give a wild guess? Eagles. Just off the top of my head. I thought coming into the year they're the team to beat. I know they had a couple slump games there, but I imagine they'll be tough. KC looks like they may be a little bit too old right now to go on another run. We traded down. And then this guy snapped the play on me. Let's see. So Josh says we traded down from 3 to 6, picked up their first so they could draft Hunter. That was really good value that you guys got. So I can see Jacksonville ripping off a bunch of losses in a row here. Oh, good play. He had a quarterback read option, and Kyler's gone. Thought I shut down his run, but yeah, Murray's out to the outside. Baker's doing his thing. Might be the MVP of the push, says Mr. Harvey. Yeah, Baker should be in the MVP conversation right now. We're just getting to near halfway of the NFL season too, so sometimes it's fun to do the half-season awards and then see how those guys stack up in the second half. Been an exciting season so far, says Alexander. Yeah, it's been a good year. If you guys are browsing on TikTok, please follow, share, and like. There's a share button at the bottom of your screen, and that share is supposed to really help the algorithm to drive us onto the For Your page for the viewers. You think it was 1 for a 1, 1 and a 2. And you guys wanted Graham anyways. What do I think about Dak? He's kind of struggling. At least last week he did. I know his stat line was pretty bad. I think the Cowboys are just very dysfunctional. I wouldn't put it all on Dak Prescott or anything, but it starts with the ownership and it permeates its way throughout the rest of the franchise. I do like Shoddy. I hope he works out for you guys that are Cowboy fans, but you know, who knows how a guy's going to do going from coordinator to head coach. I thought the previous year, when Belichick was out there, that the Cowboys should have hired him. I know he was close to going to the Falcons and different things there with Belichick, but he elected to go back to college. Doesn't seem like he's having a ton of success early there at UNC either. Let's see, Josh says, I like Dak. He thought it was kind of disgusting when fans booed him as they presented him the Walter Payton Man of the Year. That award's more prestigious than the MVP. Yeah, society has a lot of nastiness to it right now. You know, it's an award for being a good person off the field, the most recognized guy for a year for your charitable endeavors and doing the right stuff off the field. And yeah, there's no reason to boo that, even if you dislike the player, dislike the team. Oh no, I'm not picking anybody up. I'm just going to spend time with them, Alexander. So here's how it works, Alexander. When the timer runs out, we end stream. So please follow, share, and like. The more likes, the more it drives to the algorithms for your page, and you know, the more activity we have, the better. With my video getting restricted yesterday, I may not be getting as much for your page push with TikTok's auto moderation being the garbage that it is at times. So, you know, last weekend we had a couple 100 follower streams, and we had like a 70 follower stream. The last 3 that I did. Today's seemingly quite a bit quieter. Then again, it's more of the middle of the week, and I did get on late. AJ, welcome in. Thanks for following, AJ. But you know, when there's a bunch of people following, for what it's worth, Alexander, then the timer goes up and we stream longer. I don't know that I have a go-to play. I like to run the ball primarily, but this Madden, it does feel like it's a little bit more throw-oriented to me, Mr. Harvey. Feels like throwing is very popular this year, and feels like the offense is a bit better than the defenses this year, too. We'll get it back down. Let's see, he gets a lot of slack that Romo got. He threw for 450 yards, 5 touchdowns, 1 interception. Last drive, he lost it for us. Yep, that's true. Yeah, the rest of the team definitely didn't hold up their weight, right, if he threw for 450 and 5 touchdowns. Shapeshifter is not on the edge that I want him on. Want him to be to the quarterback's strong hand. Hey, what's up, snipers? How's your day going? Kobe's in the chat. What's up, Kobe? What city am I from? I never say that much information, Mr. Harvey. It's kind of a wild question. I don't think you probably intended it to be that way, but yeah, even old man streamer like myself, we don't want to dox too much of our information. Couldn't imagine being like a popular lady streamer and having all the stalker types around wanting to know your every move. Yeah, never give out where you live. Yeah, some stuff's better kept under your hat, right? Kobe, any fun weekend plans coming up for you? Alex says, he just says Hawaii. Yeah, I'm in Honolulu. Gonna go do some surfing after the stream. Kobe, are you gonna go do anything special for Halloween, or do you not celebrate Halloween? Josh is like, that's why I don't tell anyone that I live in Smyrna, Georgia. How am I able to read chats and play Madden? Well, not very well, right, Mr. Harvey? We got 3 chats going, and my eyes are all over the place. I really should do the eye tracking software where you guys can watch where my eyes are. Someday. Just add it in for a gimmick. Let's see. Alex is going to a Halloween party. Oh, good. We do get the pass breakup. Let's see, Josh says, in all honesty, if you just put in your username, you probably get the full address and phone number into Google, says Josh. Thursday night game is tough, Dak. Get ready for this blockbuster. Ravens at 2-6 taking on the Dolphins at 2-6. They're probably not thrilled they got that one scheduled for Thursday night. But yeah, calm down, Dak. You've been in chat before. You don't have to chat repeat. Give me a second. Finally going to ask your crush out. Hopefully it goes well. Come on, Alex. Why haven't you asked her out yet? The glowing PlayStation controller in the back is fire. Hey, thanks, Mr. Harvey. The little boy in the household, he picked it out and got it for me for Father's Day. So I was very happy with that gift. Dak, did you forget that I read all the chat? But Dak, how are you, buddy? Welcome back in. You've been waiting. You don't know why for Alex. You're not the guy that's in the Discord that's been waiting to ask out the crush that I've had to time out a few times. I think his name's Bo or something. That kid, I've had to mute him because he just keeps flooding the lounge with that stuff. Like, I'm happy to have the activity, but it has really nothing to do with anything. We've encouraged him to ask his crush out, and he never does. It's like, dude, you gotta shoot your shot. She's gonna be married with kids by the time you ask. You can click on my profile, Alexander, and there's a link tree. The Discord's right there in the link tree. Let's see. You got the Ravens in that one. You don't know. Haven't been a McDaniels fan this season. I can't believe he still has his job, to be honest with you. It's like, how does that guy still have his job? Speaking of how do you still have your job, Cardinals didn't do the job there. And we're going to sprint in with Metcalf for a score extending touchdown. There we go. Solo's dancing. But yeah, all of you guys should join the Discord if you're not in there. Come on down. Place to chat when we're not live streaming. Have not gotten in as many hours these last couple months with the streams as I usually do. So I gotta step it up here down the home stretch. Yeah, exactly. Josh is giving you a tip over here from the other chat. He says here it's a life hack to not be afraid to be told no, just how to ask respectfully. Josh says he gets deals and free stuff, other things he wants just by asking. I'll give you an example of just by asking. Yesterday, went through McDonald's. McDonald's is getting low on the game pieces. They gave me a drink that didn't have the Monopoly game piece on it. Now, you might say, well, you don't really need to win any more free food, but, you know, my kids get excited when we win the free food. So I just asked I said, hey, do you have another game piece there? Because there wasn't one on the drink. Lady went and found me a French fry box that had the game piece on it, and she said, oh, I think the game ends this weekend. So I had to look and make sure. But yeah, sometimes you just ask and people will do what you want. And if they say no, that's usually the worst thing. Somebody wants to be really rude and disrespectful about you asking a question. It's not somebody you want to associate with anyways. And if it's a business that's super rude to you, well, you don't have to go back to that business. Your money and time is valuable as a consumer. Somebody you're interested in spending time with, well, now you know. They're interested in you too, or you're wasting your time pounding away for that person that doesn't have a mutual interest. Let's see, Dak is good. Light day today, Halloween tomorrow, can't wait. What's your Halloween plans, Dak? We were just talking about Dak Prescott, so it's funny that Dak the grass man came in. Too much time on that play. Buddy on the other side had all day to throw. And he likes to take off with Kyler. Let's see, so Josh says, we were flying back. YF liked a sweater at the airport. You liked a different one. 35 each. I'll give you 25 for 2. Sure. Yeah, they're happy to move the merchandise. Especially if it's like, an independent little shop or something along the way. Really good chance to negotiate. And some will, some won't, but yeah. They probably got more stuff on order and they want to move it, and you guys were happy with your deal. And if you didn't ask and you did buy it, then you would have been spending, an extra $20 on it. Yeah, go for it, Alex. Go for it. Just ask respectfully. Whatever happens, happens. If not, other fish in the sea. It goes both ways. Usually don't get the young ladies asking so much for the advice. But my advice would be the same to them. Don't be afraid to go and ask a guy if you want to spend time with them. I know society tries to frown on that, at least some parts of it. If you're going to school or working with somebody or know somebody through mutual friends, like, yeah, tell me you want to hang out. And we'll get the pass breakup and maintain the 2-possession lead. If you had 20,000 what, Alex? She was like, Josh, and the lady was quick to say deal. Asking a girl out, Josh says, hey, I'd like to take you out to dinner. Do you want to go to X restaurant with you on Friday night? Yep. So, all right. So Alex says if you had $20,000, what would you do with $20,000, Alex? You would definitely join Underdog Fantasy because 5 will get you 100 in bonus funds using code DYF. Besides that, what else would you do? Yeah, investing would be the move. Take her to the Jays game tomorrow. So you would spend $20K on a one-off baseball game. You must really like this girl. Yeah, for me it would go straight in the bank. If I had a $20,000 windfall today, I'm probably looking at spending maybe 1,000 of it, maybe 500 of it as a little bit of like, okay, found money, what a wonderful day, and the rest is just, yeah, it's getting invested. If they win, you're kidding, it's a waste of money. Alex, you're not kidding. Dude, somebody did his whole life savings on the Dodgers winning. $225,000. And if that happens, he's going to be 100,000 to the good. Looks like he's going to be broke, though. Saw that on social media. I really do think he would have been better off, yeah, going red or black or something. Of course, easy for me to say now. But just the expected possibilities, right, of nearly a double up. Seems better than getting a possible third of that money. This is the profit. Your neighbor out $3 million, no joke on the Jays. No way, Alex. $3 million? Man has some serious funds and some serious impulse. Lack of control there. Impulse issues. All right, up 9 in field goal position. We'll take it to the fourth quarter and try to run out the clock. We got 23 minutes left, locked in on the TikTok side. You guys control the timer for all 3 chats. Please follow, share, and like. If you're on the For You page, come on in. We like to talk sports with you. Want to hear everybody's favorite athletes and teams. Our question of the day: do you prefer The Simpsons or Family Guy? Yeah, exactly. I mean, unless you're a billionaire, even if you're a billionaire, that's still a decent little chunk of net wealth, assuming it's just exactly at 1 billion. I mean, if you're worth 5 billion, then yeah, you're not going to notice it. Barter Stewie, says Alex. Of course, some people do just talk to hear their head rattle a bit, and you can't believe everything everybody tells you. But yeah, that sounds insane. Hey, it's JR from the New Music Inferno, and he's lighting the fire here. Sent us a rose and a heart me. Thanks, JR. And to go popular. JR, you streaming college football this week, or are you gonna be too busy throughout this weekend? Yeah, that should pretty much ice this game, but we'll see what my opponent does. I was just spamming buttons to get the game to move faster, and now I'm running some play I'm not familiar with. So, we'll see. Hey, 2-point conversion. I should run that play all the time. On Saturday, go Rebels, says JR. Alright, so JR, he's rooting for UNLV. And he lives in Nevada, so it's all good. The splattered paint Cardinals jerseys are pretty dope. I don't know, man. They look better in this video game than they do in real life. In real life, it looked like the Cardinal flew by and took a dump on the jersey or something. Definitely not my style, but, you know, that's the thing with those alternate jerseys, Mr. Harvey. They keep cranking them out. They don't need everybody to like them. They don't need old man Donnie to like them. They just need a few of you guys to like them enough to buy them. And then they, are printing money with these alternate jerseys. But yeah, I don't care for these, personally. He's going for the home run ball. We got Sherm out there. And Jamal Adams will knock it away. The market is also very similar to social media. Everybody sees people win a lot because they share it. They don't show how they're still short rent from the previous predictions. Yes, definitely. There is a Reddit, and I spend too much time on there, called Wall Street Bets, and people will post when they mess up on the market, though. And those will get a ton of upvotes and a lot of attention. And usually people saying, all right, good luck applying to Wendy's and stuff like that in the comments. So at least for that perspective, I do think it's good for people to share the losses and for it to get some exposure instead of sort of that bias of, yeah, I'm showing you how smart I am, and not showing you how I just threw away money on the stock market. All right, so Alexander says, guys, I need help. How should you ask her out? You're overthinking it, Alex. If you want to do an either or type of deal, like, hey, Saturday and Sunday, I'm free. Would you like to go to a movie or, to a park and have a picnic type of thing? Give a couple options. She's, says no to both and probably doesn't want to hang out with you because you gave like 2 dates. I know they say when you're setting appointments, it's good to give an either or type of thing. But just ask, man. If you have her contact, just ask right now. If you want to do it face to face, go for it. But you probably will feel your adrenaline spike and your heart rate go up and all that. But I don't think it's wrong, especially your guys' generation, to just send a text too. If you have any way to messenger, if you have her on a mutual platform or something. Like, hey, want to hang out? Want to do something for Halloween? Don't make it, don't make it too big of a thing. Like, I've been envisioning us, having children and growing old together, that's probably going to freak her out. Yeah, just make it casual and in a public place where she'll feel comfortable going. Let's see. So Josh is going to tell you. Josh says, Alex, even just ask her out to get Chipotle for lunch on Saturday. The more you're shaking in your boots, the less likely she is to agree. If she says no, okay, cool. Yeah, that's exactly how it is. I'm assuming you're school age, Alex, or maybe just getting out of school. So if you're in school, right, how many young ladies are there that are single that would love to go out with you? May not be the one that's your crush, but yeah, you probably develop a crush on somebody else. You just got to get the experience of asking people, and occasionally, if you start asking people, you'll deal with some rejections and stuff too. Oh, he lollipopped that one, and I was not in a good spot to get it. Let's see, you're a big jock, but now you're old, says Mr. Harvey. He's 40. Who's Marshall number 3? I am 45. So, Daniel Marshall, though, he played when you were still old enough to remember him. So, yeah, Daniel Marshall played for the Golden State Warriors. He was a Yukon Husky, played for numerous NBA teams, and that's where the name Daniel Freak comes from. Really enjoyed watching him play. Second year of university engineering. Man, you should have been shooting your shot all through high school. So, at that age, what are you, 19, 20, probably? You just got to go for it, Alex. Let's see. G, thanks for following. The more you get comfortable putting yourself in position, asking people to do stuff with you, the way more success you're going to have and less stressful it'll be. Now, I know there's a difference between just going on dates and trying to find somebody to spend the rest of your life with, but at 21, you're probably not settling down yet type of deal. Your brain's still going to be developing until you're 25, so I wouldn't even give anybody the advice of considering marriage till they're 25 or older. Just my opinion, right? Some folks get married at much younger ages and it works out for them, but that's just my thoughts on it, Alex. So let's see. G, who's your favorite football team? Thanks for following, G. We definitely need much more followers to extend the stream, or somebody to send us a universe or something there out of TikTok chat. Tomorrow I'll do a longer timer to start and try to get going as soon as I'm done with the testing. The company I'm working with, they're going to do some testing where we're going to do like our signal going directly to Roku for everybody that has those Roku TVs, and to see how that works as a means of getting more eyeballs on our stream. So I probably won't be live streaming, but I will be live testing, is my impression. Engineering's amazing, but it's so much math. Okay, I wouldn't quit out. We're gonna go for a little icing on the cupcake. It's another Metcalf touchdown, and we've put it on the Cardinals in this game. Grounder, thanks for following, Grounder. Is that a baseball reference? Good to have you in the stream, Grounder. So yeah, Mr. Harvey, you were born like 85, right? Great time. I know there's the desire to push a lot of us that are around my age, Josh's age, into either being Generation X or being a millennial. And somebody in my chat a year or so ago mentioned Zennial, kind of that bridge generation, and that's sort of where I identify with personally. Wasn't really, the latchkey, go outside and not have any responsibility, or not have any parental guidance. Wasn't quite my experience that a lot of people talk about. But the millennial group, I often feel like they have experiences that are shared that I don't really relate to. Like, I remember the internet coming in and things like that too. Stormtrooper, welcome to our stream. How's your day going, Stormtrooper? I feel like that's sort of a bridge. Like, people that grew up with like the analog lifestyle of VHS cassettes and antennas and that era, and then there's the group that grew up with they don't remember a time without there being internet access, and they grew up online. I remember getting online, and that becoming a big part of my life in my late teens, and sort of adjusting to life, moving to a new era. How long would I extend for Galaxy? It's automatically programmed in, Alex, and I forget the math on it. I think it adds like 10 minutes. the hope is when somebody extends with a galaxy or whatever they might extend the stream with on a gift, is that more people start following in, and then we drive up the timer. Let's see. Stormtrooper, welcome to the chat. Who's your favorite athlete of all time, Stormtrooper? Thanks for following. Ooh, I didn't mean to step out of bounds. All right, Josh says, here's another example of just ask. The worst they can say is no. Mula, good to see you. Josh says he got 15,000 off of his car by politely asking, I'm sure you can do 15%. We can do 12%, okay. Be back by nighttime, became very independent. Yes. Yeah, I was out in the country, so I was outdoors a ton. Play with the neighbor kids or just keep myself occupied, doing, who knows what. Punting a football around or walking around collecting rocks or looking for treasure with a metal detector. A lot of unsupervised activities, but my parents could still step out on the porch and yell out for me, and I would almost always hear them, where I wasn't in a situation where I wasn't within earshot, is what I'm trying to say. I've tried to explain to my son, and I think he gets it as far as trying to understand me, but growing up and going to like the movie rental stores, renting a video game, being so excited for it, having the game for a couple of days, really just playing the heck out of that game because it was your rental game instead of the games that you own. That was such a cool thing to do that younger generations just won't experience. Not that we have to go back to the old times, but it's just that's how it was then. Noah, how's it going, Noah? Welcome to the red chat, as I like to call it. If you guys are watching on the red chat, we'd love you to subscribe and hit the thumbs up. We will have college football on Saturday. A lot of folks scrolling in on TikTok. Good to see you guys there. If you're lurking on the purple side, welcome aboard. I know we had one purple follower earlier, and he didn't chat. My purple settings are a little strict. You may have to stay followed for a couple days to be able to chat if you don't have phone verification. That was a good opening drive. We're into the end zone. Joker the Gunslinger. That sounds like a great account. Gunslinger, do you play Red Dead Redemption? Different times. Pretty sure you went to Brown's training camp all day with a friend and his dad at 10 and didn't even tell your parents. Yeah, you used to have those experiences where you could just kind of go and do things, and not everybody had a cell phone and pagers and different ways to stay connected. Of course, pagers phased out pretty quick, but there was a time that was a popular deal. 2K Clay, what's up, Clay? Clay, how are you feeling about the Warriors so far? Kaminga's finally looking motivated, maybe because he wants to get the bag or get the trade, but at least he's playing somewhat well. I think the addition of Seth Curry is going to be nice once we get Seth out there. Alex, don't be sorry. I didn't even see what you said, bud. Maybe Automod held it up or something, Alex. I'm sorry. I got away with pass interference. I was almost picked off by the safety crashing down. Haven't been in here in a while. Lots happened last 2 years. Dude, I was so happy you got a hold of me when I showed up on the A's Instagram with the family that day. I didn't really tell a lot of people about it on stream because I didn't want too many folks seeing the family. Just like the oddball ones that are not a part of the community. But, yeah, there was an A's giveaway day. Clay and myself were both at the game there in Sacramento. And Clay noticed that he recognized somebody on the Instagram. And it was me and the family. It was the giveaway day, so we were standing there with our bobbleheads. So it was nice chatting with you then. It's good to see you around now. I hope everything's going okay as far as lots happening the last 2 years. And I think this particular platform, I think a lot of people have just gotten tired of it. It's very ad saturated now. And there's just other places that you can watch streams. You can watch on TikTok. You can watch short form video. It doesn't seem like the purple platform has had a lot of growth and innovation in the last few years. Have we got Joe Burrow for free? I don't believe so. My understanding, Cruz, is you need to do quarterback, Jamar Chase, and cleats. And then I think that's supposed to be later in the day that we'll be able to get that Joe Burrow. How am I doing? How's my life going? Alex, somebody asked me something similar on my YouTube comments the other day. and I sincerely mean this. I wish I never got old. I wish, there was no aging and I could just live forever and enjoy my family, and that they had the same thing. Life's just great right now, but of course it has a cycle to it and an end to it down the road. But yeah, it's just a really wonderful time right at the moment. I've had a lot of success through content creation and different doors, even though I'm not streaming as much right now. Yeah, things are going really, really well. So enjoy the freedom that I have and the ability to go do stuff with my wife and the kids and the other family members. And love watching sports and connecting with all of you guys and gals that do spend time in here. Todd Wilson, thanks for following. All right, Josh has just asked her, Alex, if she doesn't like you, then look at it as a positive. You can stop wasting time in your head thinking about it. Yep, exactly. And I know there's sort of the desire to play everything back in your mind. Oh, if I would have said it this way, if I would have asked it this time instead of that time. But it doesn't matter. Like, either you're on her radar and she's waiting for you to ask, or she's going to say, hey, this is nice, let me give him a shot, or you're just not her type at all. And if so, hey, it's okay. Let's see, looking forward to Kurtz and Wilson bobbleheads this year. Yes, those should be must-have circle dates on the calendar for me to try to get up there. And usually we get 5, right? Because it's myself, my wife, and the 3 kids that go. And we always show up early when it's a giveaway day. So I have a few bobbleheads and stuff here in this closet actually behind me in storage for when they're older. Because I know if I give them the bobblehead now, they're going to play with it. And, arms are going to go missing and all that. Hopefully they'll look back on it and say, oh, yeah, that was my first game. Or that was, a good time when the A's were still in California. And have some fond memories of going to the games. We got the nice pick there with McCollum. Going to ask after the stream. Yeah, go for it, Alex. Yeah, let us know how it went if you want to. And if it doesn't go the way that you're hoping and you want to move on, just focus your attention on the next one. And it's like Josh is tying it to some non-romantic things too, but it's like if you have an employer and they're not paying you enough, you may not want that employer to know that you are going to be looking elsewhere, but it's fine to start looking for a job that will pay you more, or ask your boss for a raise. And then if he doesn't say what you want, ask the boss's boss for a raise if you feel like he's jerking you around and things like that. You don't want to get stuck in being afraid to ask for things in life. So tomorrow I have to do that testing I was talking about. That's expected to end at 8 o'clock my time, so I should be on right after. See, Clay got all 3 this year. Next year going to be Kurtz, Wilson, Rooker, Shea, or Soderstrom. I know there's some desire among the fan base to trade away Tyler Soderstrom, or at least he's mentioned as being a possible chip to get more pitching because we have so many outfielders. But I really like Tyler. He became a solid left fielder, and other than when he was moving positions, he had a great year for us. Slumped a bit there when Kurtz came up and he had to learn playing left field, but I thought Tyler was good. And he's a local guy, he's from Turlock. It's kind of nice to have somebody local on the team. So 8 o'clock for me. If you're East Coast, it would be 11 start time tomorrow is most likely. So I hope they don't trade Tyler. I was disappointed that Miller got traded, but it is what it is. Hey, what's up, Hakadelic? Good to see you in the stream. There's a flag. I think we're okay. Josh got a work example. Another team was recruiting you for a promotion role. You told your boss, just give me the raise, I won't even consider it. You don't have to promote me because that's political and it needs approvals from all the red tape. And the boss said, done. It's Jason. Jason switched up the name. Yeah, welcome back in, bud. Yeah, I like Hakadelic. That's a cool name. Oh, no, it'll be in the morning, AM. Yeah. Evenings are tough for me to stream. If I'm doing an evening stream, it's probably something that's sponsored or I have to do through like work obligations. I haven't done it as much of late. I like to get on before anybody's awake and do my stream and be off before they wake up. Usually I would stay up through the night, like midnight till 4 a.m., but I haven't done those for a while. And I feel like I'm just super tired trying to stay awake that late now. Yeah, I haven't done them for probably 6-7 months, Clay. I'd like to be on starting like 4 or 5 a.m., but haven't really got myself in the habit of waking up quite that early right now. I think part of it ties up to the family schedule. is having to drive the kids places more and more now as they're getting older and getting into activities. And yesterday was like a field trip, and there's just kind of constantly stuff of that nature that I'm doing. And I don't want to be half asleep and groggy with the kids in the car, and then I make a mistake on the road and affect their life. So, you know, you can't control everything, but at least I can control if I got enough rest. Roger, the timer is the fear of missing out timer. We got multiple chats going on, Roger, so calm down, bud. I know you're new to the stream, but I'm not just having an Alzheimer's moment here as an old man. That's coming soon to the stream, but not yet. Yeah, we're just multiple streaming, buddy. The pandemic MLB streams were legendary. Dude, there's nothing else to do. May as well jump on and play the game, right? I think a lot of us probably felt the same way about either being in streams or doing the streams. Yeah, he is being the Roger Dodger over there. But I look back when I was partner pushing Hawkadelic, and I was getting 150 to 200 hours live a month, and right now I'm doing like 35, 40, so I really need to crank up the volume a bit. Not giving you guys enough hours live for those that are still tuning in. 6-7, uh-oh, the old 6-7 making its way in. Even younger meme right now is chicken banana. There's these like chicken banana brain rot videos that keep showing up. They're really cute. It'll be like a baby or a bunch of babies dancing. They're AI generated, and my kids go nuts for that chicken banana thing. I've been hearing other kids at their school saying it too. Roger, my job is actually being a gigolo for your mom. So why don't you jump off the internet? Stop playing around on TikTok, because, you know, who knows what else you're looking at around here. Go tell your mom to warm up the bacon grease and tell her get it just the right temperature so she can pour it down my throat when we're done streaming here. So that will be great, because your mom will be making some pig sounding squills from her bedroom when I'm done. So anyways, Roger, I'm going to free you up so you can go get that done. All right, Kobe has returned. Welcome back, Kobe. Never would do that, Hawkadelic. All respect to everybody's moms except the trolls. But yeah, Roger, he's done enough. Did Roger get banned? Usually if I'm breaking out the bacon grease jokes, Alec, it's a safe bet that they're going to be either getting banned or they are banned. They're not long for the community. Yes. We'd like to feed her. Alright, opponent will get 3 on the board. We still have some time to drive back the other way. Carter, use creator code DYF. If you don't like it, too bad. They've been a great sponsor. Alright, so Carter can go hang out with Roger. Although Carter wasn't quite as bad. He just may prefer playing somewhere else, which, whatever. He's entitled to his opinion, but don't go after my sponsor when I'm wearing a sponsor hat. They were nice enough to send me this hat and t-shirt. And some other cool swag. You guys will see it on stream. Future streams. Metcalf is free. Alright, we're rolling. Take the touchdown. So you put that pig back in the pen and let it eat slop through the trough. How am I feeling about the Seahawks defense? Has took the step. I disagree. I'm not buying on Seattle too much yet. Every game that we've won, it feels like we tried to choke it, aside from the Saints game. And it could be because of time of possession getting lopsided. We haven't really established the run game the way that we should thus far. I know there's a commitment to run, but the yards per carry average isn't really good for the Seahawks run game. So maybe that's why the defense collapses, but we let the Niners take us right at the end, right? Had the Buccaneers down a touchdown under 4 minutes, and we lost that game. Nearly messed around and lost to the Cardinals. Kept the Houston Texans around way too long the most recent game. Even Jacksonville stuck around in that game. So I'm not convinced that the defense is elite, even though they're playing pretty well. You know, and there are some injuries there, but I don't know. I feel like we're going to mess around if we even make the playoffs, and we're going to get bounced by a good team in the playoffs in that first round. I could not control my user. I was trying to get around that receiver, but it didn't work out. No, Alex, you're great. We like having you here. We wouldn't go after you. You're sitting here watching a middle-aged man playing video games. You bet my wife is proud of you. Oh, hey, Roger must have found us over on the red platform. Listen, buddy. I know you're very busy trying to research all this, but the research you need to stop doing, and your mom told me this morning, was to tell Roger if he shows up, stop listening in the hallway because we hear you giggling outside and it really upsets your mom. And then she has to pay for another session and another session. And when you want to go to college, well, we know you're not going to make it to college, but when your mom's gone and she stops supporting you, friend, yeah, you're not going to have any money left over because it's all going to be gone to the gigolos. So, anyways, stop logging in. If you want to come to the purple platform, we'll ban you there too. But find something else to do. All right, so let's see. Back to regularly scheduled trolling. Hawkadelic says, I agree. In terms of letting teams back in, the front seven's playing out of their mind. Yeah, they've done a really good job rotationally, getting pass pressure, and not blitzing much this year. Last year, they were one of the highest blitz rate teams. They're not blitzing much at all this season. I think we may be the lowest team as far as the amount of blitzes that they're sitting in Seattle. And they are getting a lot of sacks and pressure. So that's been good. The rotation up front. I think getting Jackson from the Cowboys was a nice pickup. Byron Murphy's having a good year. You know, Mafe and Hall are good edge draft picks that they got over the last 4 or 5 seasons. Nuwusu's been somewhat healthy and having an impact. So, yeah, that front seven's been great for Seattle. That's definitely been a strength this season. Hey, Alex, it's good having you hanging out with us, buddy. All right, so we're up 21-9 currently. Good drive from my opponent. I don't remember who has the ball coming out next half. Yeah, Lawrence has been good fun for us. Yeah, let's see if Shapeshifter can take it in. And he won't, but hopefully on the road to another victory. Timer's expired, so this will be the last game of the day, but we'll have quite a bit of content. At least that's my intention over the next, 3-4 days. Including that college football game, which I know some of you guys don't watch because I don't push it to every streaming platform. But yeah, be sure to subscribe to the red platform if you want to jump in for live college football. I'm there constantly reading the chat, although I'm not on camera a whole lot for those. I feel like it's jarring. People are listening to the television broadcast and the actual announcers, and then if I jump on as a streamer and start yapping, I think they start looking for a different feed. Offensively, feel like we get cute. Darnold's JSN has been nice. Also like what they're getting out of Barner. Yeah, Barner's a solid tight end. Yeah, exactly on the getting cute though. Like the Houston game, they decided to dial up a, receiver pass for Cooper Kupp. And of course, Cooper probably was going to throw that ball no matter what, and then he ends up coughing up a pick, and we just keep him around and keep him around. And if it wasn't for a unsportsmanlike penalty, we're going to have to punt the ball to him and give him at least the last second couple of plays there where they could have tried to tie the game. Thankfully, they committed the flag and the game was over, but that was like the ugliest win. It was a very unfulfilling win to watch. Hey, Slenderman, how's your day going? If you guys are scrolling on TikTok, be sure to follow up. We'll have more streams throughout the weekend. Usually here playing Madden this time of the year and talking sports. And we'll snatch it with McCollum. That MCS McCollum's been great. 4 turnovers and a win is rare, ugly as hell for sure. Yes. Should run Fortnite sometime. Oh, he quit out. Dang, I wanted to play that extra half. I think I'll play one more game. Just for the fun of it. Hey, what's up, Logan? How are you, friend? Going really good. You got Madden 26 yesterday. Oh, right on, Slenderman. Are you going to play Ultimate Team, or are you into other game modes more? I'm hitting circle to get out of there. It's trying to get the game result when somebody quits out. Now I'm stuck in the menu. We got a pack. Let's see what our pack is. Hail Mary pack. So, like, I'm really happy that they're 5-2. I'm looking forward to the game this weekend. I always look forward to watching the Seahawks games. I'm just not convinced like Seattle's a legitimate NFC contender to go to the Super Bowl or any of that stuff. I know some of the fans are way more optimistic than I am. Seahawks definitely should go to the playoffs, but an ugly win. But hey, a win's a win. Oh, sure, I'll take the win over the loss any day. Oh, you know what? I think I need to bring all those files over because I got a new computer last fall, and I thought I had brought everything over to this computer, but I think I need to re-enable those because it would play off of a local MP3. So I need to get all those downloaded over and re-enable them. They're like still right there. I just have the toggle off, I think, Clay. Good old Perkins. This guy's got a pretty good looking lineup. Ultimate team for sure for Slender Man. All right, so let's see. Cade, Austin, Eva, Peyton, Art. What's going on there? TikTok buddies. Bucky Irvin will get slimed down at 31. So far, loving the game. I feel like the game's very, very clean this year. Like, I like the way it looks graphically. It's pretty responsive unless you catch a laggy matchup in head-to-head play. Yeah, Madden's fun. I know some people always have complaints about the games no matter what, but I'm more than happy playing it. Wish I could defend a bit better than I do, but can't have it all. Let's see. Life has been crazy awesome lately for Alex. Got your first car, Hyundai Elantra. Say 2024. Hey, that's nice. Yeah, I run Pete as a coach. I don't want to see McDonald's face over there. I just actually got Pete recently. It's like, you know what? I'd rather see Pete Carroll on the sideline. This guy's defense flying in at me. Let's go for it here on 4th and inches. We got a big romp there from the shapeshifter. He's going to break the tackle. And 4th and 1 turns into 6 to the end zone. Yeah, that was all right for being a middle-aged man or whatever the troll was upset about. Let's see. GG's when you guys played us. Who was it that you root for, Slender Man? Are you a Houston Texans fan? Hey, M's in the chat. What's up, man? I never feel like with the guys that stand there with the ball and let the defense come in really catch me off with the returns. There's definitely people that get me with a lot of return touchdowns, but it seems like that play just doesn't work. Controller, nice boy. I don't think you can play this game on keyboard. I guess maybe you could, the PC version, but I thought you had to play on controller. And we'll get to Newton. Formula One fan? No, not particularly. I think it's a cool sport. I'm just not into it, Alex. You know, there's only so much time in the day to devote yourself as a sports fan to different things. Or else you end up, like, your whole life revolving around it. I think if I had grown up watching more motorsport, I might be more into it. I did watch some of the Drive to Survive, and they did a great job with the drawing you in, making it interesting to, you know, learning about the lives of the drivers and that type of deal, but I don't keep up with it. I'm mostly watching NBA, NFL, and MLB. I don't even really pay attention to hockey much. You've been calling him Mike Choke Donald for Hawkadelic. Yeah, there's something about him. I don't gravitate to McDonald the same way that I did Pete, but maybe it's because Pete was so charismatic. And I shouldn't hold McDonald, you know, coming into the job against him You know, they had to hire somebody once they moved on from Carroll, but I wish they would have let Pete go out on his own terms. Let's see, Houston, even though you think some of the plays were a cheat because of the refs, other than that was a GG. I thought the referees were pretty bad in that game, but I thought they were bad both ways. I remember just like a handful of calls I thought, like, what are they doing here? That they were way too involved in the game. But I thought you guys actually looked terrible. I was surprised that the Texans beat San Francisco the next week. I thought San Francisco was going to run you guys over. Niners have been playing pretty well of late. And he's able to let me run past and get me with Newton. Because of the way we're not putting people away, like I was saying, yeah, I'm super concerned about that. You can get away with it against the 500-ish teams sometimes, but you're not going to get away with it against, you know, an Eagles or somebody or the Buccaneers. JSN did a celly that was banned from the NFL. They gave him a 15-yard penalty, Slender Man. What should they have done? Should they have, you know, executed him on the spot? They gave him a 15-yard penalty for the dunk of the football. What else are you on about? Chiefs era is over. I wouldn't rule them out, but I don't expect Kansas City to be in the Super Bowl this year for a change. Yeah, as far as I recall, Jackson Smith dunked the football, which I think, why are they giving guys a flag for that? And he got a 15-yard penalty. Yeah, I think he was enforced on the kickoff. Pretty sure. I was trying to flip that to Metcalf. My offensive line couldn't hold up long enough. Oh, was it? Did they extend the extra point? Is that what it was, Hakadelic? It was on the point after try. All right, Mims confirming. Yeah, I thought it was enforced on the kickoffs when it was a touchdown celebration. So the extra point was harder. 15 yards and $15,000, says Malachi. They hit him in the wallet book too. That's tough. Jimmy Graham's fault. Yep, that was the old Jimmy celebration. I guess I'll take the fresh set of downs and move back a little bit. No, you guys are probably right. Yeah, those night games, usually I'm with the kids, so I don't get to watch as closely as the Sunday games when my wife is off, and usually we'll get away from the family and just walk into every play. I kind of wanted to throw the lateral there. I knew the shapeshifter was behind, but I didn't trust it. Yeah, if he's going to cook people, we can handle a little bit of celebrating, right? Onage, welcome in. Thanks for following, Onage. You're surprised you beat the 49ers, too. I thought you guys looked terrible in Seattle. I thought Seattle should have beat the Houston Texans 40-12. So I'm surprised that you had any bone to pick with the referees. Even though I thought the referees sucked, I didn't think the referees were a cause or an effect of the Houston loss. I thought your offense looked horrible. I thought the defense really should have got cooked more than it did. But I know it's one of the top-rated defenses, and you guys figured out whatever you needed to do against Mac Jones and San Fran and took care of business in that game. So I was really happy you guys bounced back and got the win against a divisional rival. All right, see, Alex is heading out. Back tomorrow. Yeah, ask out the lady. Ask. Worst thing that happens is you get told no. Asking's free. Wasting all your mineral energy, though. That's not good for you. Matthew Ford's in the house. What's up, Matthew? See why we made the trade, says Hakadelic. And DK will get us a big play. And he bullies the Rams. Looked like he had nothing to do there. Just kind of pinball off all of them into the end zone. We'll take it. Offense couldn't reward our defense. Excuse for Murphy to continue to develop, says Malachi. Malachi, I'm not sure if I completely understand what you meant. DK went Marshawn. Yep. Enjoy the day. Party on. We will. Would have wrapped up on that last game, but the guy quit out at halftime. I was like, I want to scratch the Madden itch a little bit more since we're already here. So yeah, tomorrow should start right around 8 o'clock. We'll do probably a similar timer, maybe a little bit more time on the timer to start, and then the weekend we'll push hard to get in as many hours live as we can. That will include those college football streams. Diminish 047 or excuse me 27. How are you doing, Diminish? Who's your favorite NFL team, Diminish? Excited for Byron Murphy to continue to develop. He's had a great season. Yeah, I know Murphy, at least in college, they used him as a fullback a little bit. I think they've done that once or twice last year. Of course, that was a different offensive coordinator for us last year. I wonder if Kubiak's going to try that. Kubiak's tried too many little cute plays with no row and receiver passes and those things. But why not just play a little smash mouth football? Let the big guy go up there and lead block, or maybe hand it to him if it's a short yardage situation. Although that Barner tush push play that we run has been good in short yardage. Surprised we don't run it more often. Maybe they don't trust Barner too much on being behind center there the way that they set that up. Let's see, what teams we got this weekend? This weekend, again, it's going to be New Mexico, but they will be at UNLV. So I got Running Rebels against New Mexico this weekend. I'm surprised the clock's still running there. And he'll take time. Excited for Oates to come back for Malachi. I'm assuming everybody should be pretty healthy coming out of the bye week here, but I haven't read up on it. Missing Julian Love, I think, has hurt the defense quite a bit. Oh, he did have a setback. That's odd. I was just thinking of him primarily, and then Hockadelic's letting me know he's had a setback. Might go on IR. Robbie Oates is back. Outs is back, says Pretty Boy Leon. Probably not pronouncing his name right. Happy the offensive line clicked. If we still had Tinselli, it wouldn't be a problem, says Slender Man. For sure, missing a good fullback. Should help the run game. Yeah, the run game needs something for sure. Bummer. Didn't want to let up and let this guy, of course, score there. But the offenses are adding advantages here in Mud. Get one play. I'm probably just going to run it. He should be in like a prevent here. Need a right guard, to be honest. Yes. I don't know why we didn't address that in the draft. I wasn't a fan of the Monroe pick because I thought we needed somebody else in the interior of the line. Zabel was a good pick there at left guard, and I thought they either needed to get a center or a right guard to kind of shore up the line, and we didn't do it. That play almost went deep. Hey, what's happening? It's Malaya. What's new out your way? Nice win for your Chiefs the other day. Bradford is the only weak spot. Yeah, Bradford's really struggled. I keep thinking that he's going to get it figured out because he's supposed to be a run mauler, but the guy just commits so many penalties, looks so lost so often. Yeah, that play was close. The blocks were kind of lining up there. Yeah, it was a nice win for them. Are they playing this week, or are the Chiefs on their bye week? Miami taking it tonight. Maybe. Right, Newton's back here. Max, thanks for following on the purple stream. We got to Newton. Are you ready for Halloween? It's a Maya. I want to say it's like Maya, but I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. I've always kind of wondered, and then I noticed you switched over the name to, I'm assuming it was your real life name, and then you switched it back on the X account there. But yeah, I hope everybody will follow our friend here. Seahawks own Newton, says Brock. I don't know about all that. And here goes Dickerson. He's gone. All right, chat, please give a follow to my buddy. Been ex-friends for a long time. Hope, let's see, have to go. Hope you have a great day. Hey, it's great to see you pop into chat. Always a pleasure getting to interact with you on all the socials. Let's see, Max says, what do I think about Imanwari? You saw him playing here in South Carolina. Haven't been watching the Seahawks a lot. He was banged up for quite a while, and he's been having an impact last couple games. Looks like he's quite exciting for, the fan base. Big hitter, flying around, young guy, all the good stuff. So, I think he'll be okay for us. Probably going to make some rookie mistakes as he adjusts to the NFL speed and level of the NFL. Let's see. Brock says divisional round 2014 is what he's saying. Yeah, Newton had some big games against us, and we had some games against him too. Need to get in here and get a pick six or something. Thought I was going to be able to get in behind the line with my use ring, but this block's lined up. All right, not great. Now we're chasing. Yeah, Lenore missed it there. Let's see, goal line stop when he was a Pat. Let's see. He must be forgetting the 15 divisional games, says him. They all kind of blur together in my head. I remember the game Russell struggled against Keekly, and then we almost came back and won it. As far as the Seahawks-Carolina battles. In the first Super Bowl that the Seahawks made it to, we beat Carolina on the way. Sean Alexander had a monster game. Oh, good use ring. I'm glad he didn't intercept that. He was close. He knew where the routes were going. Let's see. We got a new follower, and it's Dan. Dan, welcome aboard. Who's your favorite NFL team, Dan? That shapeshifter will get us a first down. Let's see. You were at the first NFC Championship. Seneca Wallace even caught the 40-yard dot. Man, I loved Seneca Wallace. I definitely wanted Seneca to get a legitimate chance to start there when Hasselbeck kind of fell off his last 3 or 4 years. I was never a big Hasselbeck fan, so I was always rooting for him to get benched. User for Killa, how's it going, user? Like he really benefited from being Holmgren's guy, and that Holmgren wanted to go get him and coach him up. But I think a lot of quarterbacks would have done well in Holmgren's system when Mike was in his prime. Kitna was fun. It wasn't so much that I was a big Kitna believer. I just really disliked Hasselbeck. I think the fan base had a tendency to just overly adore the guy, and I always found him to be really cringy as a person. And like his post-playing career, he tried to do some social media thing, and I think there's other people that have some apps like that now, but I remember Hasselbeck having some app where if he looked at any adult site, it was supposed to alert his wife and all this stuff. It's like, dude, why are you putting that out there to the world? Like, that's all your private business. Just weird, his energy is how I always felt about him. I got Warren working his way up. Russ really ended Matt Flynn's career. At least Matt Flynn got paid, though, for, how it all worked out, and in hindsight for Matt. But yeah, Flynn was going to be the guy, and Russ just took over as a rookie. You went to CWU. You were all in on Kitna. Kitna was fun. I remember him beating the Raiders on a afternoon game in Oakland with quite a bit of rain falling down. May have been one of his first starts. I think Warren Moon wasn't healthy to go or something, if I remember correctly. Of course, it's been years now. But yeah, I liked a lot of those guys. I liked watching Kitna. I remember being a big Rick Meyer guy. Of course, Meyer didn't work out for us. Warren Moon had some fun games in his tenure with the Seahawks. I remember Brock Hewitt getting a few starts for us when we drafted Brock. Of course, he didn't work out long term. He's been a talking head though ever since in the Pacific Northwest. But yeah, we settled in on Hasselbeck. The year Dilfer came in and played for us, I don't know if you guys are old enough to remember that. Dilfer played really well. And Brett Favre, unfortunately, his father passed away before a Monday night game. There was a lot of debate if Favre was going to play or not. And he decided to go out and play, and Favre played us out of the playoffs because of the tiebreak situation. We needed the Ravens to win for strength of schedule or something like that. And Favre went out and threw. I want to say he threw for like 400 yards and 4 touchdowns or something. Just nutty. Yes, Dan Gelbaugh. I remember that game really well. Monday night game. I'm going to take a timeout because I'm not going to get snap away. What's up, Omar? How's your day going? I was trying to cut inside of his user. I saw where he was crashing down. Just couldn't get it in there. Yeah, Nate, how you been, buddy? Welcome back to the stream. How's the fall season treating you so far? I thought that play was going to be money. My guys didn't go out and block. Yes, Cortez Kennedy played out of his mind in that 92 season. Noah's in the house. Noah, so happy yesterday for his Blue Jays. And you guys were on the brink, Noah, of bringing it to Toronto. I can't believe I didn't get that throwaway. Yikes. Well, we got to go for it. I was going to go to Devontae Adams on the slant route, and he was on the turf before I knew it. Try and DK on a high point. Oh, that thing missed by a mile. All right, now I got to blitz and get a turnover here. Well, I guess I should have stayed with the run game, but the run game was fairly ineffective down there. He's got Cam on a boot out, and it's wide open out there to the side. That one fooled me. I thought it was definitely a handoff. Only good thing is he stepped out of bounds. See, told your cousin you're watching the game on Halloween. You'll give him candy after the game. Oh, yeah, you guys, if you're a Blue Jay fan, you got to watch. You missed Brock and Salk, the original for Malachi. Fly Joe Carter in to throw out the first pitch. Joe Carter should throw out the first pitch. I don't know who's supposed to throw it out, but it should be Joe Carter. 100%. This guy's not just packing it in here. Although I thought I was going to hit stick him celebrating. Would have been sweet. Songwriter, welcome in. How are you, Songwriter? Alright, let's take a timeout and see if he makes a mistake. If he does, and somehow we score a fluke touchdown here, I will definitely go for 2. Omar, did you follow? They should flash on YouTube as well, but YouTube is really weird with the connection to the light system. They follow really well for TikTok and Twitch. Or excuse me, they flash very well for those platforms. Alright, let's see. Get Mitch Williams, throw it out. I think it should be Carlos Delgado. Omar, there's multiple streams going. So, I know critical thinking isn't something that you're good at, so we'll give you 24 hours to ask somebody how multi-streaming works. Yeah, Delgado would be a good one too. All right, that's the end of our stream and the end of our run there. I don't think we got demoted though on this King of the Undercity thing. Still trying to rack up some more candy. Got the shapeshifters fully powered out along the way. All right, let's finish the event and see if we have any good packs. Yeah, good seeing you, Hockadelic. Got the new name. We missed you. I asked. I asked the guy that does a lot of wrestling streams about you, JP, and he didn't really know what was going on, or he didn't say if he knew anything about you. But I was concerned because I couldn't find you on X anymore. I think I shot you a whisper. I try not to chase after people and bug them either, but was just hoping everything was okay with you. So came back a few months ago, and I've been on some weird hours. So if you're looking for me, that may have been the reason why that we haven't crossed paths. Let's see. Trey Savage was amazing. Savage has been lights out for you guys. I was gonna see if we had any other packs. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that, buddy. That is some serious stuff. My assumption when I don't see people for a while is that they got tired of being on the platforms, right? Because it can be kind of negative around Twitch or any of them to some degree. But I know real life gets in the way, and I'm really sorry to hear about your vision loss. Hope everything's going well with the other eye, and that you stay healthy and stay well, and hopefully we don't go so long without getting to chat with each other. Oh, wonderful! Yeah, definitely follow you back there. Yeah, I went to look for you because usually we interact during Seahawks season, and um, yeah, I couldn't find you, so I was just hoping everything was all right with you. We're gonna raid up to Canada since Canada may just win the World Series on Friday. Here we go to Canadian Bella. Denver Texans. Denver's probably in better form, I think. Although I don't even know when they're playing. I guess Sunday, right? Tonight we got Ravens versus Dolphins. That should be a snooze fest. Hopefully, good day for us fantasy wise. All right, here we go on the raid. See you guys.